All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, Shakur Stevenson calls out Teofimo Lopez. What does that mean for the Gervonta Davis fight? Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the lightweight division where we have an update from Shakur Stevenson, the guy that I personally want to see fight Gervonta Davis next, as he gets to talking again. Big Shakur Stevenson fan gets to talking again and says that he is going to go to 140 to fight Teofimo Lopez. Now, before I get into it, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos and thank you so much to everybody that supports in the Cash App and in the super thanks of the video. But let's get into this because I've been hearing a lot about the fact that Shakur Stevenson is saying that he wants to fight Teofimo Lopez now. If you're not familiar, Shakur Stevenson is the WBC 135-pound champion. And Teofimo Lopez is the WBO 140-pound champion. So, but at the time that before Shakur was at 135, Teo was at 135, and they kind of both moved up together. But they are considered for sure to be two of the best lightweights, 140-pounders in the world. So I think it'd be a fantastic fight. I would take Shakur Stevenson in that fight. I think that Teofimo Lopez very much fights to the level of his competition. Don't really know what he's going to bring at any particular time. Honestly, he doesn't really seem to be a guy that has the best game planning for fights and seems to be kind of like taking it as it comes. He looks different ways. In my personal opinion, he looks different ways against different fighters, which is a good thing. But with somebody like Shakur Stevenson, who is just very, very tactical, very fast, very great quick twitch muscles, gets out of the way of shots that are shots very, very well, and it still maintains, himself in a position to hit you. So, the only thing that I would say that would worry me about that fight for Shakur is the size of Teofimo Lopez and the punching power of Teofimo Lopez, because he's a pretty big hitter. I think it's fair to say that Teofimo Lopez hits as hard as Edwin De Los Santos, somewhere in that same range. And when Shakur was fighting Edwin De Los Santos, it was pretty clear that he didn't really like that. He didn't really like that power too much. So, kind of got out of there. It could have been his hand, could have been something else, but that was my take on it. So him going into a fight with Teofimo Lopez, I would definitely give the edge to Shakur Stevenson, but that's a really good matchup, man. Just like several of the other matchups are really good that are on that card that Turki Al-Sheikh is going to be doing, which is the Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero, and then Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez, and then I do believe Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barboza. So after that's over, man, those guys could target to fight each other, man. I think it'd be good. But obviously, the big problem with it is that Teofimo Lopez is not Gervonta Davis. Going up to 140 pounds means that you're not going to stay at 135 and be in position to fight Gervonta. And I think that is more than that. What that tells me is that Shakur Stevenson is probably talking out the side of his neck a little bit, because I doubt very much that he's going to try to get out of the way of a fight with Gervonta Davis to go with Teofimo Lopez. Also, there's a little bit of a buzzer on how long, a timer set on how long it's going to be before that fight won't have as much money in it, because my understanding is that Turki Al-Sheikh is leaving the sport of boxing. Since Turki Al-Sheikh is leaving the sport of boxing, or leaving dealing with Matchroom, dealing with Bob Arum, and dealing with them, and supposed to be doing with TKO in the next 18 months. You don't really know where the money for those fights for Matchroom and those are going to be in the United States. But at the end of the day, I think Shakur Stevenson should stay right where he is at 135, position himself to get the fight with Gervonta Davis, because I think that that's the best fight for him. I think that's the best fight for people in boxing, because it's in the weight class that they're currently fighting in. Now, I'm not going to be upset if Shakur doesn't fight Tank next, or Tank doesn't fight Shakur next. Obviously, Tank has the rematch with Lamont Roach that is there, and then Shakur Stevenson is probably going to have another fight in a couple months. So I'm not upset with those guys if they fight other people on the way to fighting each other. What I would prefer is that they both stay at that weight class, though, and you don't have Shakur go up to 140 and come back down to 135. I would just really like to see Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis clear out the 135-pound division. It's never been cleared out before. Now I won't say never been cleared out before, but it's not been cleared out recently. Devin Haney held all 4 belts in the division. So did Teofimo Lopez, held all 4 or belts from all 4 sanctioning bodies. And but they never really cleared out the division, because there was always Devin was there, still there when Teofimo Lopez won the championship. So even though he had the belts, he had to fight Devin. Devin got undisputed. Obviously, that was not finished product because he didn't fight Gervonta Davis. And when he moved up, and when Shakur Stevenson moved up, he hadn't fought Shakur. So all in all, that the lightweight division hasn't been cleared out in a while. If Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson were to fight one another and go through that kind of tournament again, I think that there's a very good chance that we could really have somebody that we really think is legitimately the best fighter and prove that he's the best fighter in that weight class. It's unfortunate that Devin moved up, that Teofimo Lopez moved up, that who else moved up? Yeah, those 2 moved up. Lomachenko has obviously been out for a while, so that has kind of slowed down things. But man, the lightweight division has been hot over the last couple of years, man. It's been hot over the last couple of years at 140. And other people moved up out of that weight division, like Pitbull Cruz moved out of the weight class. Rayo Valenzuela moved out of the weight class. A lot of those guys were kind of big for it when they got there, kind of moved on. But I want to see Shakur and Gervonta stay in that weight class. I want to see those guys fight each other in that weight class. And if they eventually move up, so be it. But shout out to Shakur for trying to get with Teo. If he does it, nothing but support. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.